What is up, people? This is me, Spec Poop Football 24 here, coming in here with a kind of a future video for what I think which might come along, of course, in the future. Let's in this case for the draft or for the free agency for with our positions of need. You see, I came around a article on Bleeding Green Nation, or more or less a fan post on Bleeding Green Nation that talked about how about us getting Leonard Fournette. Basically, how about us getting Leonard Fournette? How would we feel getting him in the first round? Now, read the comments, People say, "Oh well, we shouldn't be going after running back in the first round. We can get them later. Oh, we need to address other positions in need. Talking about offensive tackle, wide receiver, and running back respectively. They feel like okay, wide receiver needs to be first, or offensive lineman needs to be first. This is how I see this whole situation going. Okay." The way how I see it is first round is best player available, period. And especially for us in this situation, it's not only best player available, but it's a need as well. That's killing two birds with one stone. So this is how I see it, right? If Dalvin Cook ends up being on the board in the first round, which he most likely will be, if Christian McCaffrey ends up being on the board in the first round, which he most likely will be, if Corey Davis ends up being on the board when we get to our draft pick, which he most likely will be, or if James Washington, who is a second round guy, if he ends up being on the board when we get there in the first, which he will be, like I said, this is how I see it. If we go with either one of these guys, you guys better not be pissed. I'm serious. Don't be pissed. Because this is how I see it. What's the one thing we've been missing throughout this whole season? What's the one thing we've been clamoring for throughout this whole season? We've been clamoring for a playmaker at the offensive side of the ball. Have we not? Have we not? I mean, it's coming down so bad to the point where we're relying on a 33-year-old running back in Darren Sproles, who's, don't get me wrong, Darren Sproles is not bad. But is he really somebody you're going to rely on in the future? And then there's Kenyon Barner, who come next season, or better yet, even this season, he's at his prime now. What's he doing outside of running for like what, a one touchdown and like a couple yards? Nothing. And then there's Wendell Smallwood. We have no idea what Wendell Smallwood is going to be come next year. As far as he's concerned, he could end up being exactly what a fifth round running back or fifth round player would be. Not as productive, which is expected. So, our running back situation right now is not looking good. And it's not only that, our wide receiver position, that's not looking good. It's so bad to the point where we're relying on possibly two undrafted rookies. Two of them. One of them that did very well in the preseason, that even I'm hoping that translates over to the regular season against first and second stringers. And then you got one guy who we have not seen yet, but only thing we have closest of watching him play is college tape in Bryce Treggs. So, how do I see it, right? I say exactly as that. Best player available. If the Eagles see a wide receiver that they are after, don't be mad. If the Eagles see a running back that they are after, don't be mad. However, this is another thing. Since you guys said offensive line cornerback. If the Eagles see a cornerback that they need and they know that can be productive, don't be mad. And the exact same can be said to the offensive line. But you want to know why I doubt the offensive line position? Is because knowing the Eagles, they're going to give Lane Johnson one more shot. As much as I do not want them to, they're going to give him one more shot to not mess up. One more shot. And Big V, he's playing into his own. Apparently, he's been playing pretty solid. So, this is the thing. They give him Lane Johnson one more shot, and if he fucks up, he's gone. And we better pray to God that our next draft, that an offensive lineman will be there. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I said it once, I'll say it again. Lane Johnson's untrustworthy right now. To the Eagles organization, to the Eagles fans, even to the ones that are defending Lane Johnson, they know damn well that they are nervous and scared shitless due to the fact that this dude could fuck up at a drop of a dime and he's done. Especially when it goes to these PEDs crap. He messed up at a drop of a dime, it's a wrap for him. So, there's that situation going down. Lane Johnson's not making the situation any better. Josh Huff getting cut and getting in trouble for dumb shit. He's not making it any better. Nelson Aguilar playing like the bust that he is. He's not making it any better. Really, this Eagles offense is all in shambles. So this is how I see it because the offense is all messed up. Because it's all messed up, that anyone right now, we need anybody that we can get coming from the first, second, third round. So anybody that we get, Eagles fans, don't be mad because we need the help as much as possible right now. We really need it. Anybody come from the first round, running back, offensive line, cornerback, don't be mad. Anybody come from the second round, position of need, obviously you can't be mad at that. Same for the third. But still, when it goes to that first round, and if we ended up drafting Christian McCaffrey, if we end up drafting Dalvin Cook, no matter who it is at running back, no matter who it is at wide receiver, if we end up getting them, you can't be mad because if they perform like the first round draft choice that they should, then what are we getting mad about? What are we getting so worried about? Especially when it goes to this whole running back situation that I'm coming up that I see every time talking about, because is very untrustworthy to go at the running back. I don't give a shit because you want to know why I don't? Because if that running back can put pressure off of our franchise quarterback, why should it matter? Why? I'm tired of looking at history and see how it is. This is how we see it anyway. The Eagles are not going to be ready, like I said before at the beginning of the video. The Eagles will not be ready until 2018. So at least 2018. That's at best, and at worst will be the next year. So, really, you better get the best possible players to benefit your football team. Because come 2018, come 2019, people are going to expect the Philadelphia Eagles. In fact, I am in this case. I'm going to expect the Philadelphia Eagles to be solid. So, if any running back, any wide receiver come here, after this season, I ain't gonna be mad, unless they're being another Marcus Smith, Nelson Aguilar type shit. Then I'll be mad because I never heard of the motherfucker. If they end up coming in here and they end up contributing, which let's be honest, I can really see Leonard Fournette contributing here in the NFL. I can see Dalvin Cook definitely contributing here in the NFL. I can see all those running backs contributing in the NFL, all those first round running backs, especially Christian McCaffrey. Now everybody's getting on him right now because of his size, but this is the thing: when he gets up to the NFL, he's gonna be required to put on a certain amount of weight anyway. So I'm not worried about his weight. I'm not worried about his size. But what I know is that when he contributes to the first round running back that he should, if he contributes, then I don't see much of a problem. I don't see a reason to worry about. So what do you guys think the Eagles should go after? Should they go after offensive lineman because of position of need? Should they go after wide receiver because of position of need and best player available in this case? Should they go after running back because of another position of need and best player available in this case? Or should they go after a cornerback? I'll leave you guys up to you with that decision. For me personally, I don't give a fuck who it is. And I'll have no reason to be mad. If it's a running back, I'll be happy with it. If it's a wide receiver, I'll be happy with it. If it's offensive lineman, hey, as long as I see the end of Lane Johnson, I don't give a damn. And if it's a cornerback like Jordan Lewis coming out of Michigan, I'll definitely be happy because he's one of the best man-to-man corners out there, and we run man-to-man 4-3. So, other than that, I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll catch y'all later. Peace, people.